Hi guys, I'm Haley, a plus size spicy creator, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I became a full-time spicy creator. I've been doing this for about 2 years, and for I would say the past 4 months I've been doing it full-time. I quit my other full-time job and I'm just focusing on this now, and it's been going great. So I wanted to go into how I started being a spicy content creator, and then I can talk more about how I started doing this full time. So about 2 years ago, I had just gotten out of a long-term relationship with somebody I was with for over 7 years. And I was kind of trying to figure out how to be a single person for the first time in my whole adulthood and what life would look like living on my own and just like rediscovering myself. And part of that was exploring myself in intimate ways. And I really wanted to have some, I can't even hold up my fingers, and there's this app called Feeld or Feld. It's Feeld. And you can meet other couples, non-monogamous people, etc., etc. So I was on this app and I matched with a girl who lived in the town that I was moving to after my breakup. So it's like, perfect, I can meet this girl and this couple and like we can be friends, like trying to make new friends in town or like people to know. And I'm like, oh, this like works out perfect because I'm like, see where things go, you know? So we met up and got drinks, and of course, like me back then, I was crazy back then. No, but me back then, I was like, all right, like, can I come back to your place? So we went back to their place and her boyfriend was there, and we were talking just about like different things we're into, and kinks came up, and I forget who said it first. I think it was me, and I was like, I have a weird kink. It was like, I have a weird kink too. And I was like, I forget who said it, but I was like, it's a non-sexual part of your body, and it's not feet. And he's like, mine is too. And they're like, okay, well, you say yours first and then I'll say mine. And he was like, oh, I'm into bellies. And I was like, and then I don't know how the conversation like got switched or something, but for a couple minutes, like I didn't answer what I was into. And then his girlfriend was like, wait, what was the thing you're into? And I was like, oh, it's the same thing. Because I was so like shy and embarrassed, even though that's like so dumb to be embarrassed about. But this was the first time I was ever talking about this stuff in person to somebody that wasn't my partner, and especially it being somebody I just met like that night, like an hour ago. It was like really nerve-wracking of me to say that, and my mind was like blown. Like we started like talking about all kinds of stuff, and I'm just like, oh my god, I never considered that this would happen. Like I never in my brain, I guess I put that into one box and then put my real life and normal relationships into another box. And I was like, that's not something that mixes. And then it was mixing for the first time, and it just blew my mind. And it was just crazy, and I really believe that it was the universe pointing me in the right direction of where I'm supposed to be, especially during such a transitional period in my life. Like, it's insane the way it worked out. So yeah, we realized we're into the same things, and he was like, I make content, like I used to make videos on YouTube, and then YouTube gotten taken down, so now I'm posting it to F. And I was like, okay, cool. Like, I haven't seen your stuff before or anything, but that's cool, I guess. So we were hanging out, blah, blah, blah. And then one night, me and him were hanging out, just us. And I came over and he's like, all right, do you want to like take pictures and stuff? Do you want to like film a video? And I don't know, like I talked about wanting to do it, and it was something I've always gone back and forth with, but now finally being a single person, not having to like answer to anyone, I'm like, yeah, fuck it, I would do it. So I was like not expecting, I don't know, I guess I was, because I brought stuff to wear, but I don't know, it was just like, oh my god, this is really happening. So I didn't even like start it thinking that I was gonna make money or anything. It was purely just like, this is the first time I've been able to do these things in real life with somebody who's into it themselves. And that was just insane. Like the like connection in my brain was just like, it was wild. So I wasn't even thinking about making money. I was just thinking about like doing this for myself and like together to like look back on it, whatever. But then I guess I just started, I was like, fuck it, I'll just start posting to like Instagram and some social media and like see where it goes. And then I did that, and it was a great reception, especially I think because this person like already had a little bit of a following. So it kind of like helped guide people towards my page. And then within like a couple weeks, I started my page, and it just took off from there. I think that I'm very lucky because I have a very small niche where people are willing to pay a lot of money for content, and it isn't usually something you can find for free. I know I was paying for content like years ago before I started doing this. Like I would spend, I think I tallied up, like I spent over $1,000 buying like videos from people. And now I'm like on the other side of things, which is weird. But yeah, there's not like a lot of free content out there. So I kind of fell into a good category. It's not like I was starting a page or making content from 0 followers and I was just making more general stuff. Like I knew somebody who did it, and they weren't like anywhere crazy successful. Maybe they had like 14,000 followers on Instagram. And right now I have like around 30,000 followers. So it wasn't like they were like, oh my god, top 1%, but like they had a decent following. So I kind of got followers from that. And then luckily being in the niche I'm in, and especially since it's something that I'm into, it really helps to like feel more authentic. It just happens that people are willing to spend a lot of money. So that worked out perfectly. I was kind of like seeing that guy for a couple months, a year after I started my page, and we would film together and stuff, but it just didn't end up working out in the end. But I am, of course, still doing the content and stuff. And that was something that I like to do just for myself. Like once I started making videos and posting online and talking to people in the community, it was like, oh my god, like I love this. This is like my favorite hobby. So I just kept doing it. And yeah, it didn't work out between us, but I really believe, again, it was the universe guiding me into the direction that I needed to be. Like, hey, this is what you should be doing, what you should be looking for in relationships. Because that is something I struggled with before in my long-term relationship, was that intimate compatibility. And I didn't even think to like seek out somebody who was into that also. And it's just insane with how niche it is that I would just happen upon somebody in real life. It's just like crazy how the world works like that. So yeah, put me on this path of making content. I had a full-time corporate job the whole time when I started my page and everything. And it was 9 to 5. I liked it. It was a lot. I was in a management position, so it was a lot of work. It was just a lot. Like I would have to get up at 8 o'clock in the morning, work that job from like 8 to 4. Then at night I would have to film, edit, post videos, take pictures, post on social media, talk with fans. And I was balancing it for a while. I think it was easy being single, especially since it was my first time being single. Like all the time at night that I would have spent with a partner, I was just spending doing this, which is like a hobby to me. So it wasn't like, oh my god, I have to clock in and do this. But it was still a lot of work. I like, and just mentally was balancing a lot. And then at the beginning of this year, I met my current partner, my boyfriend, who I love so much, and I just want to be with him forever, and he is like my soulmate. But that being said, like taking on having that relationship gave me less time to do things for myself. Like we're spending time together, going on trips, like FaceTiming. So I didn't have as much free time as I had before. And my job, my corporate job got increasingly more stressful, more stressful, more stressful, and then balancing it all. And I was really between like, at the time, I was making the same, if not a little bit more money doing the content creation stuff. So I was like, I just can't like do both. And my plan was originally at the end of the year to decide what I was gonna do and really like quit my corporate job and start doing this full time. So I gave myself to the end of the year, but it like was around the summertime and like I just can't do it anymore. Like it's not worth my mental health. Like I'm very lucky to have saved up a lot of money from the past year and a half and have a decent chunk of savings to fall back on. And it's just like not worth the mental health. And I found myself being jealous of other people who seem to not have as much on their plate. Like I have this tendency of like trying to take on so much, and other people seem like they're happy just, you know, getting to live a fulfilled life outside of work and responsibilities. And I was jealous of that. And I'm kind of working through those feelings right now. It's okay to like be able to chill. Like it's okay to relax. You do not have to be working 24/7. So with all that said, I ended up quitting my full-time job, and I have been doing this full-time ever since. I've been putting all my energy and effort into making content, social media posting, doing collabs with people, obviously now starting this YouTube channel. And I've also just been living my life, going on vacations, hanging out with friends, hanging out with my partner. And that's kind of where we're at right now. So I guess going into more how I did it full time is for a year and a half before I was working it really intensely. Like I was posting every single day. I was releasing 1 to 2 videos a week. I was posting on social media every day or every other day. Like I was grinding at it, even though it didn't really feel like a grind because it's something I just enjoyed doing. But like I was doing it every single day. And I was doing that for a year and a half. And I was also putting myself out there and collabing with other people in the community. So I reached out to other models and was just like, hey, I'm gonna be in your area. Do you wanna hang out? And like, we can collab and film videos together, or even if we just hang out just to like meet other people in the community. One, because I think that's like really cool that we have this common experience, and to make friends that like share your interests and that kind of stuff is cool. But 2, it's good to like network and put yourself out there and see what opportunities come from that, and like being able to connect with other people and make content with them, and then their audience sees your stuff and your audience sees their stuff. I focused on that a lot. I would even like fly to cities just to collab with somebody and like put up my own money for the hotel and all that stuff. And luckily, when I was like a little bit of a smaller creator just starting, I had my full-time job, so I had that extra cash flow to kind of support myself with. Because I'm like, even if I go and I collab, I meet this person, and I only break even, like it's still great publicity, marketing. It's still fun to meet new people. It's still like fun to visit a new place. So it wasn't like I was trying to make it my full-time job from the very beginning. But yeah, just grinding at it every single day for the first year and a half. Doing a ton of research. I went on Reddit and I would go on like r/OnlyFans advice, r/creator advice. I would study that stuff. I would like learn how to do graphic design like on Canva, but there was a lot of things I had to learn. I got like a professional camera. I was teaching myself the different settings, messing with it. I was messing with different like lighting, different editing softwares. So it is like a lot to do, but it's fun and it's interesting. And if you like that stuff, I don't know, it was fun to me. So doing that, collabing and interacting with other models in your niche. I would say defining a niche, think about things you're into. If you're into just vanilla stuff, I don't know, I can't really help you. I guess pick the one that seems the least difficult to do, like something that you're not, like for me, okay, people like will ask for like farting content, and like that's not something I'm totally comfortable doing, so I wouldn't pick that to make my niche, you know what I mean? But maybe if you like burping, or you can burp a lot, or tickling, or any, like there is so many different like little niches. Even if you go on Clips for Sale, you can see like different niches too that you can explore more. Having a niche is really good, and just interacting with people in the community, posting to social media, following other creators, that kind of stuff. I don't think there's like a secret success formula. Even now, it's like still a grind. Like I am just making about the same I made at my full-time job. It's not like I'm over here making $100,000 a month or something crazy. Like it's a normal salary, and it's still a grind. It's stressful running your own business. It's stressful like not having a consistent paycheck. It's great in a lot of ways, but it is still a grind. So definitely just keep pushing. Like if you try one thing and it doesn't work, don't let that get you down. Switch to a different strategy or a different like social media platform, whatever. Yeah, I think that is everything about how I became a full-time spicy creator. If you have any other questions, feel free to put them in the comments below and I'll try to answer all of them. If you have any other things that you want to know, just let me know. But until next time, I will see you guys. Bye.